All right, today we're diving into something really powerful. It's a story about resilience, about hope, and it's all inspired by a review of Wur Deng Lueth's book, The Future Ahead. And honestly, it gets right to the heart of one of the biggest questions we can ask. When everything falls apart, what is it that keeps us going?
Just take that in for a second. This isn't some made-up story. For the author, this was his life. That one sentence, wow, it just throws you right into the brutal reality of his childhood, a world that was all about loss and fear.
So, the man at the center of all this is Wur Deng Lueth. And his story starts in a small town in South Sudan, a place just completely shattered by war. You have to understand, this war wasn't just some background noise. No, it was the single thing that shaped absolutely everything in his young life.
For Deng and his brother, war wasn't something they read about in a book. It was there every single day. Constant fear, the not knowing what would happen next, and this deep, profound loss of their home, their safety, their entire childhood, really.
And then, right in the middle of all that chaos, we get to this one moment, a turning point, a decision that, honestly, no parent should ever have to make. But it shows you just how far a parent will go to keep their kids safe. So what was this decision? His parents made the absolutely agonizing choice to send their kids away into a world they knew nothing about. Gut-wrenching sacrifice. But they did it because they believed it was the only possible way to give them even a sliver of a chance at a future.
Okay, so this is where the story gets bigger. It goes beyond just one person's experience and starts to ask some really tough questions about the world we all live in. It shines a light on these bigger systems and whether they're really fair at all.
You know, we're all told this story, right? That the world is about equal opportunity for everyone. But what Deng's experience shows us is a much harsher reality. It's a world where, for so many people, the system itself feels like it's rigged. Like it was designed to help the people who already have power, and the odds are just stacked impossibly high against everyone else. It's such a stark reminder, isn't it, that we don't all start from the same place. The playing field is anything but level, and this story just makes that painfully, undeniably clear. But, and this is a big but, here's where things start to shift. Because even with the odds stacked against him, even in the middle of all that despair, something incredible starts to happen. You start to see this little glimmer of light in what seems like total darkness. Think about it. Despite the war, the loss, the unfairness of it all, Deng and his brother just refused to give up. They didn't surrender. They somehow held on to this belief that a better day was coming. They found hope. So where did that hope come from? You might think it was some big, dramatic miracle, but it wasn't. It was the small stuff, the everyday human moments. You know, the unexpected kindness from a total stranger, the feeling of a community pulling together, just people helping each other up when they couldn't stand on their own. And this really brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. When you face all of that tragedy, all that injustice, what is it? What's that fire inside that keeps a person moving forward? Well, the answer the book gives us is something truly incredible. It's the human spirit. That unstoppable, unbreakable will to live. It's the thing that lets us do more than just survive what happens to us. It lets us rise above it. And that's the key, right? This story isn't just about surviving. It's about the conscious decision, the determination to thrive, even when things are at their worst. It really shows you that deep down, we all have this incredible inner strength, if we can just tap into it. So the ultimate message here is actually incredibly optimistic. It's this beautiful reminder that no matter how dark things seem right now, there's always a possibility for something better. There's always a glimmer of light on the horizon. We have it in us to push through and build a future that's full of promise. Deng's story shows us exactly what he was fighting for. In a way, it kind of holds up a mirror to all of us. And it leaves us with one last big question to think about. What future is worth fighting for?